Hey, what's up guys? It's Saki. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to give you a little walkthrough through the lower portion of Cherryvale because I finally finished the mining district, kind of. There's still a lot of like terraforming and stuff I want to do because the land feels pretty empty, especially when you look at it from above, but I thought I would just give you a little walkthrough. I'm not actually going to go into these houses because I have given you guys a tour of all of this already. So I'm just gonna do a quick run through of all of the areas you guys have already seen. So that does mean both the agriculture and like the farming district are going to be kind of skipped over. But yeah, so come through here. And then this is the completed mining district. I went with copper roofs with dark oak as the main wood for this area because I was trying to at least keep similar shapes in the roofs but different color palettes through everything. But this is what it kind of looks like. See, this does feel very empty, like there's not much going on around the houses, so that does need to be done, but I'm not exactly sure what would be the most efficient way to do this without straying too far from the theme of a mining district. So I would love some advice in the comments because I'm going to just kind of transition to working on the business district up top the mountain. And then, yes, my beloved farming district. I really like the way these houses look. I spent so much time, as you've seen, trying to figure out the best way to make these houses look okay. And I ended up being really happy with the final result of these. So I'm really proud. Every interior is done, other than there's one or two maybe that don't have finished interiors, but everything should have a finished interior. This one is super empty, so it's not the best house to be like, yeah, I did all the interiors on all the homes. But here, I'll start here. Every interior is done, and each house has a different interior and is unique, which I'm also pretty proud of. I don't like that roof very much, but we'll have to work on that. And then we'll come over here. This was the first house I actually finished in this district. You can tell because the roof is the most aged. But it's got a little kitchen, a seating area, and a bedroom. I am all in all pretty proud of this so far. I feel like I've been working really steadily on trying to get everything into good order. Here, I'll fly up top so you can kind of see it all. See what I mean? The land between the houses and the farming district, not the farming district, the mining district, are pretty empty, especially when you compare the agriculture district has farms, and obviously the farming district has animal pens between every home. So I need to find something to fill up this space here to make it feel more densely packed because I don't want to put more houses. So we'll have to see. And then obviously up top will be the business district when I finish it. And then the starting village of Cherryvale will be done. This took me way longer to get to this part than I meant to. I ended up working for basically a month straight, and I had very little time to film in between things. I filmed the first portion of this video in 20 minutes before I had to leave for a week and a half because I was I haven't posted in 2 weeks and I need to get something done. But it was so rushed, and it was essentially just me speed building the rest of these homes without doing any kind of decoration on this section. I just kind of sped built every single one of these houses in an hour. So it's definitely probably my least favorite district out of everything. I love the way that those two have finally come together, but yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna probably cut into a little montage of clips now, and I really appreciate everyone who has decided to watch this far. This is definitely just kind of a passion project for me. It's not like I'm doing this for any particular reason because it's not going anywhere, but I'm really kind of proud of myself for giving myself a goal and actually sticking to it. Other news that's been going on with me, I had another job interview and I feel pretty good about it. We'll have to see. If I don't get it, I don't get it, but I put myself out there. But I'm just really proud of myself for how hard I have been working and chasing things to like achieve my dreams. So yeah, we'll have to see. And let's cut into a montage of clips now. Please like and subscribe if you've made it this far into the video. So I thought I had more clips, but it turns out that I really only saved one recording from my entire process of building the mining district. So this is the one recording I have, but luckily I think it does kind of show the amount of thought I put into all of my builds because there is a ton of pausing and just looking and thinking about what I'm doing because I did build this completely just off the cuff. There was no test build for this section, and so I kind of was just making stuff up as I went along. So you guys get to enjoy a relatively longer clip than normal of me just thinking and building. This is a 15-minute long clip at 8 times speed originally. So I am going to probably speed it up even more in post just so this video was not a 15-minute speed build of one build because this one was a pretty long process for just such a tiny little house because I was doing a ton of just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking because I did not have a plan coming into this. And this was the product of just randomly making ideas. You can see at one point I did build a little tiny block palette that I was like, I can use this block palette for this section. The only part of that block palette that ended up being used consistently was the block palette for the foundations. But I do kind of enjoy building with diorite, so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being able to use diorite in these builds, and I think that the contrast between the lighter stones and the darker wood was a very fun addition to this little section of building. I can talk a little bit more about this job stuff. So I was applying for a really big airline, and the job process was like the interview process was a lot. I've been waiting for my in-person interview since fall of last year, and it's been a very long, intensive interview process. And I'm just really happy and proud of myself that I reached at least the last stage of the in-person stuff. And so now I'm just kind of waiting to see what'll happen. By the time I make the next episode, I will know if I got the job or not. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to get it. I feel really confident, but at the same time, I think a lot of this confidence is stemming from the fact that I got myself out of my comfort zone. I am a really big introvert and I have a hard time sometimes in big social situations putting myself out there, but I made a lot of effort to make good eye contact and communicate well, which is something that is definitely outside of my wheelhouse. I'm autistic and eye contact can be hard for me sometimes, and some of the aspects of a big group interview like that can be really hard. And I think I did well. I tried to speak loudly and communicate well. And even if I don't get it, I'm just very, very proud of myself for how much work I've put into it. And it's not like I don't have a job and I can't survive because I do have a job and I am very happy in my current role and I will continue to be happy in my current role. But I want to find the place I want to retire with is like my current thought process. And the airline that I just finished my interview for is 1,000% the airline I want to retire with. And so the idea of getting on with them while I'm still pretty young is good to me. It's like, hey, this is my chance. And so we'll see. Fingers and toes crossed that it works out this time. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm just really happy and proud of myself. So enjoy the rest of this build and reach for your dreams and put yourself outside of your comfort zone if you want to achieve things that you have been searching for and wanting to do for your entire life. Because if you don't put yourself out there, you're never going to get the chance. And rejection is just redirection. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy the fun music for the rest of the video. And I will see you whenever I get around to making my next video. Bye.